Dude, you suck at this game.
Whatever, man.
Hello, everybody. This is Awesome Sauce, and welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. Play some damn Game Dev Tycoon. I'm going to come up with a company name. I haven't done anything in a while, but there is a good reason for that. It's not really that great of a reason. I've been really busy, and I've been kind of like, oh, man, I don't want to start another Let's Play, but I'm going to do it anyway. And the reason being, I feel like I mean, I want to Let's Play, but the time constraints on my life and the other projects that I'm working on, some of them video related, some of them not, are kind of making it difficult for me to do console Let's Plays, and a lot of Let's Plays I used to do were console Let's Plays, and I made some bad choices as to the Let's Plays that I started, so I just decided to clean slate it, and here I am. I'm doing a new Let's Play. So I thought I'd do some more PC-based ones, because those are easier for me to do. I still have a lot of fun Let's Playing. I need something that's going to be a little more conducive to the time constraints in my life right now. Something that'll allow me to do this and have fun, and still feel like, you know, doing it for a reason. So we're going to name this company Will Fight Robots for Food. I can't fit in the entire thing, so I have to put FF at the end. And of course, I'm going to name myself Dipping Sauce for now. That's a good professional name to name yourself. And yes, I'm going to unlock hints, which means since I've played the game before, the haunts that I get, the hints that I had will still be there. So, overwrite my old game there. And we're going to start it. We're going to start it up. Develop a new game. I turned the tutorials off, so those won't be there. Okay, so in Game Dev Tycoon, you start off by making your first game, and it's never going to do all that well. I mean, you can get 7s usually, but it's really difficult to get like a 9 out of 9. Sorry, a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10 on your first game, and it gets really unforgiving later. So I'm just going to play this until I bankrupt, because I eventually will, and hopefully I can learn some more from that. Maybe keep playing. I'm also restarting the Pirates Let's Play because I got stuck. I got really stuck. Not that the game got really hard and I got stuck, but that it glitched out on me and the save file I was using is completely shot. So that's always fun. So, yes, I finally got sci-fi, cyberpunk to start out with. Fashion, screw fashion. That's one thing that pisses me off about this game. You get like 100 fucking topics, right? And you get to choose from 4 at the beginning. Like a person can't just say, hey, you know what? I'm going to research learning games today and start researching this. If I want to research, I have to do like the ones that are available to me to research. It's really stupid. I hate it. All right, so sci-fi is the genre of Time Troid. I'm saying it's an action game. Time Troid is a time-traveling action game where you are you're a bad guy. You're a bad guy going through space and time. And you're sneezing, and it's wonderful. And makes your life happy. Yeah. Alright, so usually I start off with the PC. As you can see, I haven't done the G64 once because the G64 is basically like a ColecoVision or I know ColecoVision is in that line of things. Kyle's trying to gank my stuff. I don't know what that means. Anyway, I start with PC because it's not like a ColecoVision or Commodore 64, as he said. It's a little cheaper to develop for the PC. It's actually $15,000 cheaper. And this doesn't last as long. The PC is always going to be there, you know? So I always choose PC because it's easier to develop for, it's cheaper and everything. So I usually don't go with text-based games. I usually just start off with 2D graphics because it's only $5,000 more. So you got to do sort of like a cost-benefit analysis on every game that you do. And when you're doing the first one, you know, you've got $70,000. You don't want to go all out, but you want to try and balance things a little bit. So I save money on the hardware, and I spend a little extra on the graphics and stuff. Okay, so this is an action game, right? So basically what you have to do is manipulate these sliders so you have the best possible combination of things that you can get. And I believe, I haven't done this combination before, So I'm thinking story and quests aren't that important in an action game. Gameplay, however, is, and the engine is also going to be important because that's going to control how well the game actually controls. So you always want to put above 60% on something that is important and do 100% on the most important thing in a certain category. So you have 3 development stages. And then just try to do under 40 for the thing that's not important. And eventually that'll serve you well and get you enough bubbles. Essentially what you're trying to do is get a ton of bubbles so that you beat your last time's record, and that gives you better scores on your games because it shows improvement. Yeah, I've turned the tutorial off, thank you. I appreciate that. I turned the tutorial off. Okay, so level design C has 2 plus signs. It means it's very important, but that's like a 60% important. So your artificial intelligence is the most important thing. No, it's not. Is it? No. Dialogue's not important in this game because this is an action game. I think artificial intelligence is kind of important, you know? Sci-fi action game. I don't know. We'll see at the end of game report. So after you release a game, you can run a report based on the reviews that'll give you hints for the next time that you make that sort of game. Although you don't want to do that right after, because if you make the same kind of game twice, and you see graphics, super important in an action game. Sound design, not as important, but world design, apparently, not super important here. Usually, that's in a type. It's got the question mark because we haven't done this combination before. I actually think that world design is important in here, so I'm going to put that in there. I don't think sound's as important. I think that may be running off of a different sci-fi game that I designed, so I guess we'll see if that's how that goes, but I don't know. Could be anything. Looks like the tech is getting a lot of bubbles this time. And if you leave it for a bit, it's gonna decrease the amount of bugs. So as you're going along, you get bugs and you get bubbles that increase the quality of your game as you move along. You don't want to wait too long, but sometimes you'll get a couple extra bubbles to design or technology in the post-development phase. But you don't wait too long because you have monthly costs like your rent and food and such, even though you spend all of your life in this little desk. You know, so then you hit finish, and you want to wait till the bugs are done unless you're really strapped for cash. But it's usually not a good idea anyway, even if you are strapped for cash, because that can really reduce your reputation in the market. So let's see. How'd it go? How did Time Troy do? Oh, no, no. Could have been better. Well, you're a bitch. How about that? I hate everybody. Sci-fi and action is a great combination, though. Enjoyable. So, mediocre reviews. This is like a recent Sonic game. Not the most recent, because that one sucked ass. All right. Somewhat favorable reviews on our first game. That's okay. 6.25 overall. Let's generate a little game report while we're waiting, because I have very little money left. Yay, we made it into the charts at number 59. Oh, shut up. I got a text. Bonus round. I guess I didn't turn the tutorial off. I don't know. So successful, we now have 23 fans. 23 whole fans. Let's see. Okay, so sci-fi and action, great combination, obviously. Artificial intelligence seems extremely important in this kind of game. Okay, so I was wrong. World design, not as important. Okay. All right. Okay, so what else do we have here? Let's do a little research. Research a new topic. Space. Evolution. Is there really that much of a call for evolution games? I don't know. Maybe I'm just a silly willy. Anyway, you can use your research points to research new topics of games. You can research game engines. You can research everything. And it's great, but it's really hard to develop enough research points to do that, so it makes it kind of difficult. But hey, I made my money back and a little more. About $12.5 thousand. That's pretty good. Oh, 17. Almost going to break the 20,000 mark. Well, I made the money back that I had before. I think I waited too long, and I spent like $16,000 on just waiting because I was too busy yakking. That means talking. All right, time Troid's off the market. Oh, it looks like the Commodore 64 is doing really good. The Govador, my bad. But yeah, might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Yeah. So if you know a little bit about game history, you know that that's bullshit. So you can just ignore that. But anyway, while I sit in my friggin' DeLorean adorned garage, I think it's time to bring this episode to an end. So thank everybody for watching, and I will see you on the next episode of Game Dev Tycoon. Am I sure? I'm not sure. Who's sure? Nobody's sure.